Why is Yang Yang's handsomeness always linked to his mother? How many secrets does the filial piety aesthetic of top stars hide? When the camera panned to Yang Yang and his mother exiting the barbershop, everyone was stunned. This top star's handsomeness actually concealed the entertainment industry's rarest secret. He rested his arm around his mother's shoulder, smiling like a defenseless teenager, as if the cameras, the attention, and the controversy never existed. This moment silenced the entertainment industry, where looks are justice. While everyone was chasing his face, he used his back to prove that the most beautiful scenery is family love. From the school prince of the military art academy to mom's follower, the other side of handsomeness is the down-to-earth charm. When people think of Yang Yang, the image of his perfect face almost always comes to mind. In Love 020, Xiao Nai, dressed in a white robe, looks like a national school idol straight out of a comic book. In You Are My Glory, Yu Tu is cool and restrained, exuding the aloofness of a science-savvy man, yet captivating. Even in Special Warfare Glory, his buzz cut and dark complexion can't hide the impact of his sharp features. Yang Yang's handsomeness has long been a universally recognized standard in the Chinese entertainment industry. But few people know that his most captivating moments with this model face are often related to his mother. In random footage captured by netizens, he accompanies his mother at the night market, choosing clothes, buying fruit, and even patiently waiting for her to check out. His outfit is simple, a black tracksuit, his hands in his pockets, without the distant air of a top star. Someone jokingly said, other people's shopping is street photography, but Yang Yang's is a mama's boy. This down-to-earth contrast strips the veneer of the idol industry. It turns out that the handsomeness of top stars isn't limited to the red carpet and the spotlight, but also extends to the small moments of companionship in everyday life. The atypical top star who is filial, refusing to perform, focusing on subtraction. The entertainment industry is full of filial son personas. Some post family photos, some write short essays, and some even bring their parents to variety shows to sell their affection. But Yang Yang's filial piety is unique. He never emphasizes it, never uses it for marketing, and even seems a bit insensitive. His social media feeds are almost entirely dedicated to promoting his work, with little mention of his private life, let alone photos of his mother. In an age where traffic is paramount, this low profile is practically swimming against the tide. However, the details don't lie. The invisible guardian, he has been photographed numerous times accompanying his parents, but he has never proactively shared any photos. Even during his vacation in Thailand, which was featured in over a dozen media outlets, he only ever posted a single sunset selfie on social media, keeping his family firmly out of the picture. Vulnerable and candid, he once choked up on a program, explaining that his busy work schedule prevented him from always being by his parents' side, and even wished his siblings could share the caregiving responsibilities. At that moment, his guilt was genuine. Clumsy and devoted, netizens noticed that when he accompanied his mother on outings, he would naturally walk to her side, gently placing his hand on her shoulder, like a typical son. This wasn't scripted or staged for trending, but simply a natural expression of affection and concern. This is what sets Yang Yang apart from other filial son personas. His filial piety isn't a carefully choreographed performance, but rather a lifelong commitment to minimalism, less talk, more action. The inverse of the looks economy, when good looks become a burden of responsibility. Yang Yang's good looks have propelled him to the top of the entertainment industry. Around 2017, he was known as one of the 4 top stars along with Lu Han, Wu Yifan, and Li Yifan, his aura radiating to the extreme. However, he was also labeled a vase and idol. Many forget that his good looks aren't his only asset. The imprint of his military training, Yang Yang grew up in a military academy, where rigorous training instilled in him a sense of discipline and responsibility. While the outside world saw him as a campus hunk, he remembers it as the responsibility of a soldier's son. The pains of transition, when My Human Fireworks aired, he faced widespread ridicule for his acting and character design, but he remained undeterred, choosing instead to tackle tough guy themes. His buzzed cut and tanned look in Special Warfare Glory was a proactive attempt to shed this cool filter. The privacy struggle, he insists on keeping his family outside the entertainment industry, not allowing online traffic to intrude on their lives. Even when a photo of him goes viral, he asks fans to help blur it. In a sense, Yang Yang's definition of handsome transcends his facial features. He wants to prove that true top stars don't live within a filter, but rather protect those around them. Another answer to being a top star, live like a mother's child. Yang Yang's handsomeness ultimately lies in his filial piety. When he smiles and holds his mother's shoulder on the street, the three-dimensionality of his features and the aura of the screen fade into the background, leaving the audience with only a genuine tenderness. He seems to remind everyone, no matter how big the world of fame and fortune, no matter how many traffic and trending searches, it can't compare to the call of family. Comments often appear in the comments section. I didn't realize that top stars also accompany their mothers to the night market. I suddenly feel so close to us. Being handsome can be a gift, but filial piety is a choice. Yang made the right choice. What's most scarce in the entertainment industry isn't good looks, but this kind of family affection. In the tumultuous world of the entertainment industry, Yang is like a plant that grows against the tide. The higher he reaches the top, the more deeply rooted he becomes in the soil of family affection. Perhaps this is the secret to his ability to maintain his youthful charm. While countless people chase his face, he keeps his most sincere smile for his mother. The aesthetics of filial piety, a two-way journey between idols and audiences. It's worth noting that the aesthetics of filial piety embodied by Yang isn't just a personal choice, it also carries social significance. In today's entertainment industry, young idols often sacrifice their privacy for exposure and their personas for traffic. Yang, however, demonstrates through his actions that family affection doesn't require performance, and filial piety doesn't require marketing. This protective attitude actually provides audiences with a different kind of comfort. In the eyes of fans, Yang isn't just the on-screen god or tough guy, but also an ordinary son who spends time with his mother at the night market. The distance between idol and audience is infinitely shortened in this down-to-earth atmosphere. Perhaps this is also the reason for his continued popularity. His good looks propelled him to overnight fame, but his filial piety and authenticity have taken him far. Conclusion: have you ever been struck by your family? Yang's handsomeness is no longer just about his stunning appearance, but about the unreserved smile he gives his mother. The entertainment industry has never lacked beauty, but this kind of natural expression of family affection is rare. When top stars live like their mother's children, we discover that the most moving moments lie not under the red carpet's flashing lights, but in their everyday actions. Do you think filial piety should be a compulsory skill for idols? Have you ever been touched by a moment of warmth from your family? Share your story in the comments. Perhaps these ordinary moments of touching will be the next trending topic.